Hey, what's up, y'all? She in here. Joy on your mic, strengthen you. This is my very first video. So, well, I've been doing other places, but I'm not good at it. I'm starting somewhere. So, anywho, I want to tell you about me and what am I doing and why I'm doing it and all that good stuff. Um, Again, I said my name is Joy. I'm a stroke survivor. I'm 37 years old and I almost didn't make it. So I created this page because I've been through hella trauma, not just a stroke. I've been through many things in my lifetime, molestations and all. So, but this page or this, what I call it, blogcast, this ain't about sadness or none of that crying and all that, even though every now and then we might get a few tears here and there, you know what I'm saying? Because we human, we get hurt, things happen, whatever. But this is more of an inspiration situation. I like to share my story because that's what I do now since my stroke. I volunteer at the hospital. So in volunteering, I find that it gives me a lot of purpose. It feeds my soul. So I've decided, people been telling me I've been an inspiration and I've been encouraging them. Let me just make this a thing because it makes me feel amazing. Gives me new purpose. Plus, one thing stroke can steal, I gotta talk. I do that well. And my smile, it tried. The face was drooping and I drooled and all that good stuff. But look at her. um, but okay, let me stop playing. So I had a hemorrhagic stroke, which is a bleed in the brain. And I was 31 years old. I was cleaning up my house with my kids who were then 3 and 5. And I was just shampooing carpets. I woke up cleaning up. I didn't eat. I didn't do nothing. I drank some water. I actually had some ice because that's what I love. See? So that's what I did first. I went and got me some ice water or whatever. Did that. And then I got immediately to cleaning after I fed my children. And I got to just cleaning up. And I don't know, something just didn't feel right in me. My leg went to sleep, you know, that tingling feeling you get and you just kind of hit it and you stomp your foot or whatever and you wake it up. That's what I did. And it woke up, but I don't know, I was out of my mind. I didn't feel like me, you know, so um, being the ignorant person I was back then, still not thinking nothing of it, I went in my garage and I smoked a cigarette. And that didn't help the situation, of course. But I went back upstairs and started cleaning, and I felt funny. Leg went to sleep, called my husband, and I'm like, yeah, babe, I don't know what's going on with me, but something don't feel right. I just don't feel like myself. Luckily, I had neighbors in my garage working on my truck. So I guess he had called them and told them to come and check on me. But that'll be his part of the story to tell if he ever gets to that. But for me, what I remember is I went downstairs thinking that I was dehydrated and that I needed to eat. And when I got downstairs, I was like, let me sit down and take a little break. So I sat down. Then as soon as I sat down, I had to pee. And then I stood up thinking I was going to go pee. Like, oh, I got to go pee. Stood up, boom, hit the floor. I remember pissing on myself and throwing up. And I'm just in it. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember my neighbor tapping me and saying, Joy, 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 stick your tongue out. And I guess I tried to. And I remember her saying, you having a stroke. And I still hadn't really processed that. That wasn't making sense to me. So I still, you know, just was out of it, didn't know. I remember waking up in the hospital and my arm was really flatulent. It was just like everywhere. This one I'm moving that much because I'm showing you the flatulence with the good arm. But so yeah, I just remember fighting for that first 24 hours. And then when I finally kind of came to, I was pissed off. I was angry with God. I couldn't understand how that was my life and I'm 31. What you mean a stroke? You know, so I was pissed. I was hella angry. And then like 2-3 days went by and I just remember waking up in the hospital and I was just like, why not me? My mama died from an aneurysm when I was 10 years old. So, although she was gone from a stroke, an aneurysm, which back then I had no idea was kind of hand in hand. I had no idea that an aneurysm was a form of stroke. Let me give me some water. So I was still kind of ignorant, basically, living like I was just invincible, smoking cigarettes, not exercising, eating hella fast food, bunch of salt, just not giving a damn about my body because I was 10 when it happened. I had no clue what it meant, and my dad was still doing drugs, and I was fighting my own depression with that, and I was being molested by a family member, and I was dealing with depression with that. So, and I also had a bladder issue, so I had depression with that. So it was just a lot of stuff going on, and I wasn't really in tune with what was going on with my body. And then when I was 28, actually, before my big stroke, I wasn't paying attention to my warning signs, and we were actually about to close on our house, and I was so excited to close on my house, to be like homeowner, that's all I wanted to do is go sign these papers. And on the way to go sign the papers, my kids had to eat, and I had to eat, and I had a friend in the car with me, and we was going to Wendy's. I went to Wendy's, got food in the driveway. They give us all our pop or whatever, and I take a little sip of my pop, and I immediately got a cramp in my left side, but didn't think none of it, and didn't get to think much of it because apparently I passed out behind the wheel, and my goddamn car just rolled off out into the street. God was with me because the cars that was coming was a nice little distance from me to where I was able to wake up. But my dumb ass didn't go to the hospital afterwards. Later I found out that was actually a TIA, which is a transemic, basically it's a mini stroke. I will have more information on that because I should have wrote it down. And now that it's in my phone and I'm talking on my phone, that's not doing me no damn good. But anyway, I promise I'm going to do better with this because, like I said, this is my very first one. I just kind of wanted to put an introduction out there to start this because I keep saying I want to do it. But life happens and time goes by and I forget. So I'm like, you know what? You got to start somewhere. So just get your ass up and do it, which is why I got on my PJs. But anywho, so I didn't pay attention to the warning signs. And I actually was preeclamptic with my son when I was pregnant. But still thinking nothing can happen to me. I'm young. At that time, I'm like 28. So not thinking about my mom being 36 when she died, that still hadn't crossed my dumb ass mind because I had other things going on in there that I was trying to figure out. So I wasn't in tune with my body. I wasn't listening to all the warning signs. So at 31, like I said, I had my stroke. And unfortunately, my kids seen it all. So I live with that guilt regularly. But the one thing that keeps me and makes me do better is I always say they saw me fall, but they gonna watch me rise. So after I finished being mad at God in the hospital and I started thinking, why not me? I'm like, you've been being molested since you was 4. Nobody even knew. And the ones that did was too sick to care. And so it was like, everything you ever been through in life has prepared you to get through this. So this ain't shit. The devil is a lie. So I started just embracing the fact that I still had breath in my body. My kids still had a mother. And that I could still have a sense of humor because I was still cracking jokes with my hanging face, with my drool, with all that. Like, that's the one thing stroke couldn't take. So I'm like, I'm going to make the best of it. what am I going to do? Couldn't do hair anymore because hair jacked up. And this is actually better. I'll talk about that later. But anyway, couldn't do hair anymore. So that dream that I had of being a beautician was like, yeah, that ain't your calling, boo-boo. So I was like, kept volunteering in my kids' classroom. That's all I had. I'm a good mom. So I'm going to keep volunteering. That's all I got. That's all I'm going to do. Sorry. And so that's what I did. And in doing that, my son teacher said, you really work well with those kids and they love you. We have a program where we'll pay for you to go back to school and get your CDA. And I'm like, CDA? What's that? Oh, it's a Child Development Associates. You can become a preschool teacher. I was like, what? See, I used to want to be a teacher when I first thought about careers. When when you were a kid and you like what you want to do. I wanted to be a teacher. But I lived in Chicago. The kids out there was real. And I knew my Chi-Town side. I was like, I'd be under the jail. I can't do it. But living where I live now in Colorado, kids are a lot different, So I was like, I can see that. Well, one door closed, another one open. There's a purpose for my pain. God got a plan for me. So I took them up on that offer. I went back to school and I became a preschool teacher. And in the process of doing that, I started volunteering at the hospital in the stroke department because I wanted to encourage and to motivate other survivors because I remember how scared I was when it first happened to me, not knowing, what the future held and what life looked like. Like I had never really met nobody. Like my dad had a stroke, but our relationship was different. We didn't talk like that, so it was different. And went back to school, became a preschool teacher, kept volunteering in the hospital, and I honestly can say, although I'm in daily pain, and I have so many days where I'm just depressed, like, I'm 37, really? Is this what I'm doing? But then, I just remember what I came from. And I remember that it could be worse. Okay? It could be worse. And when I meet people who have aphasia, which is, your speech is not right, you know what you want to say, but you can't really articulate it. When I meet people like that, but they find that words to say thank you or to see the light on their face, because you can see a person's happiness. That feeds my whole body. Because for the longest, I was trying to figure out, what am I going to do? All I knew how to do was cry. Every day I cried. Because it hurts. It don't just hurt mentally, it hurts physically. You know what I mean? It hurts emotionally. And then when you see your loved ones going through it with you, because you're not going through it alone, it's like, damn, I did this to y'all. It's because of me. But then you can't throw no pity party. That ain't changing shit. So then you gotta remember and see. You gotta find those positive things in life daily. So I started doing daily affirmations. You are loved. You're smart. You're needed. You're worthy. You're valued. And then I started remembering how, volunteering at this hospital, these people be like, thank you. Or they give you the one side smile, because that's what most of us get after stroke like me. Is that one side? It's all good though. But doing what I'm starting to do now, which is not necessarily even care about financial stability, which I do care about because it's important, you gotta live. But I care more about people's spirits, people's hearts, people's souls, giving them something to live for, empowering them. In this world, we got so much darkness. My name Joy for a reason. The devil couldn't take that. Stroke couldn't take that. So I'm going to give this joy to the world that's full of darkness. and say, I'm the light. I'm the change you want to see. I will brighten your day. I'm going to be like, hey, Sugarfoot, what up, sweet face? Let's go dance, honey. Turn up, turn up, turn up. I'm her. And not because I just want to party, but because I live too much of my life not doing what I could have, should have. I'm too young for that. And since I almost died, I'm going to live. My kids are not only going to see me rise physically, which they have, because I can walk, I can talk, I can swallow, which is the 3 things I couldn't do after stroke. My left side was paralyzed. I can feel. I still don't have all my feeling or my movement, but look, I got something. I got an arm, and I'm too excited to show anything else. See, the way this body works now, when I'm excited, it gets tight. It be like, now, I'm not doing that. I wasn't ready. But it's all good, because like I said, I will never give in to giving up on me. I know at the end of the day, I got my back. So as long as I stay focused and I stay grounded, and I know that I believe in me, because faith without work is dead. So that's why God ain't in this conversation like that, because I don't want to put the emphasis on God. Because to be completely honest, although I know that there's a higher power, I'm still learning about that. So I'm not sure fully. But I know somebody got my back. And I know I got hella angels or hella somethings watching over me, because I've lost so much. My mother, both my grannies, both my grandfathers, they all took care of me. My aunties, only got 2 left. I only got a few uncles left. Like, I've lost a lot of people. I can't even go down the list. It's too much. But anywho, this was made because of that. You're gonna hear stories from me. It's gonna be days on here where I just get on here and I exercise. And you see me just walking on a treadmill. You might see me doing some karaoke. You might see me just out and about, walking, just out, just enjoying life. You also may see videos of me doing other things. I don't know. But it's all about good vibes and positivity and letting people know, number one, me, personally, I'm not handicapped. There is no cap on this life, honey. I am handicapable. Because I am capable of everything and anything that you can do, probably even better. Not trying to rain on your parade. But I can do a lot of things that the average stroke survivor cannot do. So I take pride in talking about how capable I am, because a lot of people are too afraid to, number one, admit they got a problem and that they're different than everybody else, and I'm okay with being different. And again, you gonna see me in my good, my bad, the ugly, the beautiful, like every light that there is. Like right now, I don't look the best, and I don't care about that, because it ain't what it's about for me. I just want people to know you're not alone, boo. We all go through something. Some of it is seen, some of it is unseen. Some of us talk, some of us don't want to talk. So I'm a talker. Sometimes certain things might come out that you might not like. Sorry. Sometimes the truth hurt. It gets real in this motherfucker. But know that I'm gonna try to give you 20 minutes or more of me every day, or at least once a week. I gotta start somewhere, okay? This is a build up, and I'm nervous, and it's new. So the more I do it, the better it'll get, and the more inspiring I'm gonna try to be, because you're encouraging me by encouraging you, so we're encouraging each other in a world full of darkness. And like I said, we gonna all have stroke. That means we're gonna choose to have strength through recovery over needing emotions. That means we will not massage. Don't feed that. Don't feed that pain and that depression and that hurt. We ain't gonna hold on to that. We're going to shake that off. We're going to have strength to know that through any recovery, no matter how bad it hurts, we can push through. We're going to make it. One day at a time. 1 second at a time, because sometimes a day is just too long. And you ain't got to rush for nobody. You ain't got to prove yourself for nobody. Know your own worth. I believe in you. I believe in us. And I believe that if you stay positive, anything can happen. It might not ever be 100% like this body. This will never be 100%. Yes, I didn't plan actually. But I'm okay with that because, again, like I said, I got life. That in itself is something to be happy about. Life. Everybody didn't wake up to say that. So I'm going to embrace that part and be proud of me for getting on here and doing this for my first time. And I'm hoping to improve. I'm hoping to have guests and people that's going to talk to you as well about other things. I don't plan on just talking about stroke. I plan on just giving a word of the day every day. Something positive. And that's the word today because this was day 1. Be positive in everything you do. When you go to take that dump, be positive with that push. It's going to be a smooth sailing one. Come out smooth and wipe off clean. But for real, be positive with everything you do. Positivity is the key, even when it's time to go to bed. You get all that shit out your head when it's time to sleep. Happy thoughts. Man, I'm about to dream something so good. I had the best sleep ever. You said it to yourself. You believe that. Positivity is the key to happiness. We ain't gonna always have it because we human. We ain't gonna always be happy, so we can't even always pretend. But even when you pissed off, you take them breaths. You remember. Can't nobody else take you further than you want to be. And you stay positive. You don't let nobody put their negative juju on you. You be that positive light that needs to penetrate them. Teach them how to treat you with your positivity. Don't let their negativity feed off on you. Because them motherfuckers get to sleep at night. So you make sure you get to sleep at night. And remaining positive. Being faithful to yourself. Having loyalty to your heart. We're gonna do this. More and more. I hope I get better. Thanks for watching. Until next time, the strength in you is real. I believe. Mwah.